At this stage, do you find that most clients are listening, or are they also participating? Do they have their own social media programs?
Um, Speaking about the Russian market, I would say that at the moment it's mostly listening to what's happening in the social media, and still it's quite in advance, because when I met some clients about 2 years ago, people said, "Oh, we're not completely interested in the social media. It's not likely to make any impact on our communications with the external world, and it's completely not useful for us." However, slowly the attitude towards social media is changing, and for example, one of the oil companies, they introduced a special program where they track and monitor social media about what's happening at their petrol stations, and after that they compile special reviews that go straight to the head of the company, and based on those customer reviews and information that they gather, they make amendments, changes, and they communicate information to their regional office. So that's quite important. Uh, so I would say that, as I mentioned, at the moment it's still more about listening and trying to understand how it works and how useful it could be for us. But in the future, I think they will be more proactive, and it will be a two-way communication.
I found with my clients, it's a mix. It depends on the industry and where they are in their communication program. The pharmaceuticals, it's pretty well known. They tend to be a bit more cautious with participating in social media and communicating through there. But there have been certainly some instances where a pharmaceutical company will actually participate in the communication when it's related to a specific event. They're trying to address an issue that has spiked in the social media arena. However, I think in general, with the pharmaceutical area at least, it's there is a more cautious approach to it, and so there's a lot more listening in that area. And even with that, because of some of their responsibilities with reporting, there may be they might self-limit how much they're actually tracking and analyzing. With some of the other areas, say in products, transportation, I do see a lot more communication going on. So a two-way conversation with the consumer, direct-to-consumer conversation from the different companies. Some are still kind of in the infant stage, where they're only pushing out like press releases or press announcements of a new launch or a product, but you know, they're not really actively conversing with the open community, which I think is a more advanced level of utilizing the social media as a PR tool.